Okay, I'm going to say hello again because I think perhaps I am live now. Um, but one can never be sure when one is playing with new technology or technology that one doesn't necessarily understand. I am looking for me on this page, on my page. Everything. Oh, I think I found it. Okay, okay. I think I'm live. I think I'm really live. Let me just see if I can make this move because this morning it wasn't moving very well either. And now it seems like it is super slow. So I'm going to continue. Uh, and if you are watching, I hope it will stream at proper speed, shall we say? Okay. Yeah. It says I'm live. I see me moving. Hopefully it's all good. I'm going to continue. So welcome everybody. This is CraftSpot. And hopefully you are on the Great Stamping with Connie business page and hopefully you see the video. Um, there seems to be a huge lag though, and I don't know if it's my stuff, but it doesn't seem to be spooling very quickly. So anyway, I'm just gonna continue for now, and hopefully I have craft spot somewhere. Let's just put this down here and see what we can do. Okay, so whew, deep breath. Yes, this past weekend we had our online global retreat. It, it involved the global crafters who you may have heard about, may have crafted with. Terry from the United States, Sarah from Australia, and Louise from the UK, and I. And we worked together to bring uh, two online retreats to you each year. So we just did the February one. The next one will be possibly July, certainly sometime over the summer will be the next one. But again, we had an awesome weekend. It was so much fun. We had such great uh, people joining us to craft and share what they had crafted, and some phenomenal projects have been shared on our group Facebook page. So just a marvelous time. We did presentations and people had make and take packages and goodie boxes, and it was a full on retreat for 2 days. And uh, we started with a kickoff the day before and we ended with an after party, things that we did on Zoom. And so if you didn't attend this past one, but you would like to learn more about the next one, you can reach out to me anytime. But the easiest way to make sure you are notified of everything that's going on around that is to join my mail list. And then you will certainly receive notices about upcoming events, such as uh, our online retreat. Okay, so something that we do during that is we show you how to make the make and take that we've sent for each of the sessions, and then we also show you some other things to give you different inspiration, different crafting ideas, tips, tricks, whole nine yards. And so we usually have one main set and one or two additional sets. So this time we had two additional sets. Um, so our main set this time was Thoughtful Expressions, which is a beautiful bundle available in the mini catalog. But then my second set was Cheerful Daisies, and that is from the annual catalog. So I did a make and take with the Cheerful Daisies, and then I showed some additional things and some tips and tricks for doing things with the Cheerful Daisy set uh, and so on. And we also had sponge daubers. We put sponge daubers in the goodie bag, and so then we each showed a number of different things that you could do with sponge daubers. So uh, one of them was to do two-tone stamping. So that is one color of ink on my stamp, and then I used a sponge dauber to add a second color. and I did that on the leaves and on these flowers. So that was my that was one of my demonstrations, and I didn't finish that card, so I thought I could finish that today. Here's a couple things from Tearful Daisies, and one of the things that I showed there that can be helpful at any time is if you have a die cut and a stamp, but you don't have the dies, you just have the die cut. The easiest way, generally, to stamp on it is to have it upside down and ink up your stamp. Put your paper down on there, and then I like to use another block so it's nice and hard and flat. Press down, and then you have your stamp on there, and you get it usually very, very close. Not always, mistakes can happen, but generally it is a relatively easy way to get your stamp on your die cut. I find it easier to do it this way than to try and get my stamp down onto the die cut a lot of times, especially, and it's not too bad with the photopolymers, but if you are using red rubber, it's it's a real guessing game as to where you need to be to get the stamp in the right place on your die cut. So flipping it all upside down is a great way to have, I'm going to say, great success almost all the time. No, the world is not a perfect place, but often you will. And I'm doing, oh, I was going to say, I'm doing two of these because I've had a third. There it is. I had one already that done previously. Then I thought I couldn't find it, and I only had two again, but I do have three. Now this one's easier. You can look right over top, and that's a little tricky when I'm on camera. But we'll see. Oh, it looks pretty good. See if I can do that twice. That one's not quite as good. I'm just going to kind of come in here. Let's see. Yes. Oh gosh, a little tricky to see. Let's see what we get. Oh, well, it put pink everywhere. So because it's a light color, it's okay. It's a little bit over the lines, but so I use Beauty Mode for the outline and Bubble Bath to fill in. And then there's also a center for these guys. So there. And that will be relatively easy because it's right in the middle. I should be able to do that. It just what I used over here. I think I used Lemon Lime Twist. And it won't likely. It'll just be a flower center. So here we go. Now I had thought about finishing this card, but I didn't really bring any other pieces for this. So I may not actually finish that one even yet. Eventually, some of my pieces get used up. You know how we've talked about those bits. Yes, these might become more bits for a little while until I pull the card base and maybe background, something to finish it off. But I did pull out a few things to finish off a card with these pieces. So this one's something that I had die cut for something else. This is one of those bits that was sitting on my table. And I also this, which I did prepare. So I actually did do a little bit of work. So I was thinking I would just put this, and this. Just kind of to create a little a little something, a little something, something. I think I might actually turn that outwards a little bit. So, and it will be okay if this flows over the edge because this piece is obviously much smaller than my card. So I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive, and I'm not going to put any on the top or this corner so that it can hang over the edge a bit. And I'm just going to kind of set that right about there. You may have noticed this side, I didn't press it down. Okay, so I did put glue on it and I did lay it down, but I didn't press it at all. There, I just made it wiggle. So I did that because I kind of want to get these all in place and see what I see what we think for where everything is sitting. Press it down completely. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to flip that over now and give it a nice press on the back. Okay. And then I have, oh, here we go. I was going to say, I'm sure I brought card bases. So I am just going to use a thick, basic white card base for this card. I have lots of colors already, so I'm just going to keep this kind of simple and straightforward. Our thick white cardstock is beautiful card bases, so I tend to get a package of it and score and cut a little thing, and lots of card bases ready and waiting to go. So messing this up one a little bit. Okay, let me just add a little different squish. There we go. Then I think I am going to pop this up. Oh, okay, so now here we go. Here's where we need to make a few decisions, right? Okay, pop that up. And then I have some little sentiment pieces because I wasn't sure what I was going to do for sentiment. I have happy birthday. This is from the Translucent Florals, and I have hope your date is a happy one. That is from So Sincere. Let's just see what and I have some white pieces. Will this fit? I don't think. Oh, not quite. This is the perennial postage dies in action, but that's one of the square ones, one of the rectangles, and it would fit on here. I don't know that I want something quite that large. So I think I'll go with a smaller sentiment for this card. Could do that. I do. Then the happy birthday on this looks a little bit too small, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Okay. Do I have any other happy birthdays here? I don't know that I have any. This So Sincere has a happy birthday, but it's a vertical. Good, good, good. I don't think that one's gonna work. Kind of a cool thought, but okay. Will it fit onto here? Okay. Yeah, I have something. What else? What else do I have sitting on my table here? I often have little bits of this. Actually, you know what I have is my bin with a number of little bits and pieces that I just gather because I plan to use them and then I don't. And so they just get tossed in here, waiting for time when I need them. So that one. Maybe that might work. Anything else in here that catches my eye? Just from the double oval. I'm not positive. Happy birthday would fit in there. Oh, you could do that right there. Yes, that's the one. See, when you play with things long enough, eventually something just kind of clicks. Often. I will say often. Not always. It's not guaranteed. Now, what color do we want for our ink? Maybe Highland color? This is Highland Heather, this background, and I lost that. So, I seem to have some cat fur in this ink. Not ideal, but yeah, at least without getting me totally inky. Of course, it's not likely to happen. Yes. Oh, look at that. Yes, I now have a lot of purple ink under my fingernail. That wasn't perhaps the wisest idea. Anyway, let's take this off of here in case I miss. And if I mess up, I do have two sides, but after that, I don't think I have any more of this shape ready to go. So you know what? I'm just going to pull this down a little bit so I can get a little better view on it. Excuse my head, please. Okay, that worked. So apologize. I think I may have put the back of my head into your picture or into your viewing area. But we got a nice image out of it. So I wonder if I can clean my fingernail a little bit. Mostly I will have to later. Okay, so I am going to glue this guy down to my card base. Put him down flat. Then I think I'm going to pop up both the other pieces. So my main focal piece as well as my center. Using liquid glue here, not necessarily because it's a narrow border, but because it is embossed. And just want to make sure we get adhesive into all the little nooks and crannies that are created by embossing. So that is usually my adhesive of choice when I have done embossing. Okay. So I might as well put some on here while I'm at it. Okay, and then we will get this onto our card. Now, did we like that? Should have double checked. I think I like it on the angle. This is nice, but I just kind of think I like it on an angle, which is unusual for me, right? You know me, but anyway, I'm going to give it a go. I did forget to say Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I was so worried about trying to figure out all the technology stuff, I forgot that it's Happy Heart Day, and it's Galentine's Day. So happy hearts to all my gal friends. However you are celebrating, I hope you have a good one. I saw something kind of cute on Facebook earlier today. It said, oh, don't feel sad if you don't have a Valentine. You probably didn't have a groundhog on Groundhog Day either. It made me laugh because you're right. I did not have a groundhog for Groundhog Day, and I was totally okay with that. Okay, and now we need, of course, we need some gems. So we have, these are the rainbow adhesive backed gems, and we have, I'm pretty sure, oh, that's Fresh Free Gems. Yes, Fresh Free Gems. But we do have Bubble Bath that we could use on here. Or what else do we have in our box of fun things? Oh, we have these. These are the purple fine shimmer gems. So they are a little bit flatter than some of our gems, which is nice if you are mailing things. But in here we have the Berry Burst, and that's Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. So, oh, these are so two. I like the Highland Heather, but I don't know if they'll show up enough on the Highland Heather. Could use Gorgeous Grape. Okay. I'm such a tough sell, eh? Or I could just stick with the Berry Burst. Keep it with the pinks. Oh, too many decisions. Okay, we're gonna go with Berry Burst. Did you see how I just flipped from Gorgeous Grape to Berry Burst? Neither did I. It just sort of happened. The actual thing is that, probably any of them would work and be lovely. Because they just add a little pretty shimmer. And there we have it. One card. Done. Let's see if I can get through another day. I do have some more things started because this was from my first demonstrations. And then in my second demonstration, so this one we used daubers to add a second color to our stamp. And then in the second demonstration, I did a couple of different things, one of which was to make a background with daubers, so that you can probably tell those circles are just dauber circles. And then I also shared using the paper butterfly accents. So if you haven't seen these are sheets of die cut butterflies. You get 8 sheets in a package, and there's 5 butterflies on each sheet. And sometimes they kind of stick together, and I'll probably never get that other sheet back in. Look, it didn't come all the way out. So they're not really delicate, but they do have little antennae and things, which is why I was trying to keep them in the packaging. There we go. Mostly. It's catching us up, but that's okay. It's mostly back in. So it's a sheet of butterflies, and they just punch out, and you can use them just in the white, or you can add color to them. And so I added color to them, to one of them, using sponge daubers. And so I ended up with this guy. So this is Boho Blue and Blueberry Bushel that I used on that one. And then I have die cut a piece of lemon lolly. I die cut a piece of lemon lolly because I was thinking I would put this on here. It's not the same colors, but I was kind of thinking it would work. But what I will share with you is to make this, if you put this on a piece of white cardstock to do your daubing, like that. So I laid the butterfly down here, I did my daubing, I just held it with my finger, and then when I lift it off, I have the negative of the butterfly as well. So you get a 2 for deal. And this one I think should probably go on something in, well, maybe blueberry first. And then it could be lemon at the end. Blueberry and lemon is lovely together. Boho and blueberry is lovely. Boho. Almost anything. Oh, hard to say. And this probably would need to be embossed just to add a little something to it. So maybe we'll just put this guy together. Now, now the other thing you can do with this, if I could find it, because I used it on some of my butterflies. That's my Wing of Stella. Oh, it's in the back here. Thought it was in the front bin and I didn't see it there. So, Wing of Stella, if you have some, treasure it because it's on back order right now. But I do still have this one. So I'm just going to paint my butterfly, my Stella. And you can add, you know, shimmer in a number of ways. We have, you can use embossing, even some non-Stampin' Up products. But if you just want some beautiful shimmer, Wing of Stella is a great way to add it. And it's so easy. You just brush it on. It is difficult to show on camera. Let's see if can you see? It looks a little different than it used to. Hopefully you can see something at least different. It is shimmer. In real life, it is just beautiful shimmer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, and it's curling this way because, or sorry, it's curling this way because I put something liquid on that side. I think it's probably dry. It does dry quite quickly. I'm just going to kind of curl this up this way. Just very gently because this is just paper. And just, then I'm going to glue this just, once I can go which direction, probably there, just on his body part in this area. This is going to be the only place that I'm going to put my glue. And I'm using liquid glue because this is very tiny. So just in this area, I've gone out the wings ever so slightly, just to make sure I get a good hold. Just put that about there. And then he will just flutter off of the page a little bit. Okay, now if it's going into an envelope and into the mail, it will flatten, but then you can just sort of lift it once again. Okay, let's finish this. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 5. And I have, oh, I cut a piece for a layer, but clearly that's not the right size. So I do have my Orchid Oasis here. So I will just another layer, and I think I'm going to make this layer full size. So 3 3/4. I'm going to go to 5 1/4. 5 4. Okay. There we go. There, and now this will be, standard size. Don't know if I wanted it small. I can always trim it down though. So when in doubt, start with it a little bit bigger because you can always make it smaller. But if you cut it too small and then you decide you want it larger, guess what? You have to get another piece of cardstock out. I think that what I'm not entirely convinced is whether these colors work. I'm not sure actually now. So I'm thinking maybe I should find something else to put on there. what else do I have around? Do I have anything else? I have this hummingbird. I have to finish coloring him. What else do I have? I have a couple of other hummingbirds. Actually, I have this hummingbird. This was for, I stamped it for one of the cards and then I didn't end up using it. And I painted him with Wink of Stella. I don't know. This one I tried to show the other day on camera and it was really difficult to show. So that guy could go on there and I could do that with this if I had a punch. Oh, if only I had a punch. You know what? I could grab one of my circle punches that I have handy. My gosh, I don't have my fancy dies down here, but this might. Let's see what we can do. I stood up for half a second. Whoop, and Oscar took my chair. Okay, 2.5-inch circle punch. This is Orchid Oasis again. And if we put this onto here, that would work. And then we could put that onto there and add a sentiment. Might work, okay? Do we think? That's what we want for sentiment. Peace, that might be a little. But again, I have a few of those in here. At least I did. Maybe one of these guys. Okay. And can we hope our day is a happy one on this piece? Oh, so tight. I don't think that's going to fit. Moment. Try. Just it's because I would like to use that. But something tells me that this is not. I'm just going to throw this piece of scrap paper underneath to catch any excess ink. Now, well, we'll see. Let's get it on there straight, centered. Sorry, I'm going to pull this down again. Apologies. Just to. Okay. So it does fit. We'll go with that. I do like that sentiment. Such a lovely one. Hope your day is a happy one. I mean, that's what we wish for everyone, is it not? All the time. We want everyone to have a happy day, but especially today, because here we are together and it's day, and because I said so. Okay, so I'm gonna put him onto some blue later, but for now, let's put this guy together. So Orchid Oasis is one of the 22 to 24 in colors. So that means at the end of April, it will retire. So if this is one of the colors that you enjoy crafting with, you should probably scoop an extra pack of cardstock. Now, the in color products tend to sell out very quickly as we move towards their retirement. So there's your warning, okay? Fair warning. Get some now. Okay, I'm going to pop this guy up on dimensionals, and I'm also going to put my sentiment on with dimensionals. And then we'll put the circle flat on. Yes, He's not, he's just sort of hovering, isn't he? Is that okay? I know hummingbirds can hover like that. We'll put the sentiment on the side and then sort of be like this, pointing us to our message. But I put the sentiment on the other side of this card, so just, you know, mixing it up. Leave them up, maybe up. Okay. Centered, give or take. Okay, now, oh, what do I have? They're not, I haven't used them for a little while, but I think we have, what we have in, yes, look, we have in color gems. And look, we have Orchid Oasis right there. So we're going to use those because they are beautiful. As soon as we find our take your pick tool. There we go. Okay. So look at these beautiful colors. Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. Those are the in colors that will be retiring in April. So, as I mentioned, if you like crafting with these, get them now because they will sell out. At least. I don't know if I want 3 on here. Maybe. Oh, look, it's my helper. Sorry, that's Oscar. Oscar, okay. You really, I don't need your help with this part. I'm good, honest. What do we think? Do we need any more bling? Probably not. We have shimmer on the, we have gems on the center. He won't get that. Come on, baby. Okay. I'd let you stay, but it's hard for me to move, hard for me to talk, hard for me to do anything, and I know you don't really care about that. But anyway, we're almost done. Okay, there we go. Just, I think I can come back in here. This is all sort of new. I hope spotlight. There we go. Yes, and here is Oscar. He has decided he is going to join me. Oscar, look at the camera. Over here. Look over here. Nope. He's a cat. He's going to kind of do his thing, isn't he? But he is a sweetie, and I do love him. I just don't need his help all the time. So, anyway, that is Craft Spot for today. So, a little bit of a peek into some of the things that we did at our online global retreat. A couple new cards that I've shared. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really hope it's live, and I hope that you can watch the replay. Double check for that when I finish up here. But hopefully I've got this kind of sort of figured out. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. Please leave me a comment and let me know that you found this and that you were able to watch it. And I hope to craft with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.